Hello, so in today's video, I'll be sharing with you why your website is extremely slow. All right, I believe sometimes we go to a website, you browse a website, and the website takes very long time before it gets to load. The question is why those websites, why do they get very extremely slow, or why is the website extremely slow right now? If you're wondering why your website is extremely slow, I'll just give you some basic tips. All right, there are different or diverse reasons why websites are extremely slow, but I'll just give three today. So one of them is inadequate hosting resources. All right, so if you have inadequate hosting resources, you are using shared hosting, but what the size, the disk size given to you by the hosting company is very low. All right, your website would be slow. All right, especially if your website has so many files. All right, if the website contains so many files, so many pages. All right, so your website will be extremely slow if you have inadequate hosting resources. So the first thing you want to check is that is your hosting resource enough, all right, for your website. If it's not enough, then you need to upgrade the hosting, all right, or get another hosting entirely. I can recommend that you get hosting from InterServer, hosting jar. I use InterServer, all right, and there are many others. We have hosting jar, we have Namecheap, all right, and we have Bluehost and so on and so forth. All right, so the first thing you want to check out is your hosting resource. Is the disk size full, all right, or probably is not the hosting resource. Maybe you have enough hosting resource. So if you have enough and your website is still slow, then we can go to the next point. Right, the next point is probably no caching. All right, sometimes even if your hosting resource is full or about to be full, your website can respond faster if you employed caching. All right, and what's caching? It's just a way that the browsers of your users would store, all right, some of the information of the web page that they visited on your website, so that next time they are visiting your website, the workload would not be on the server. The workload on the browser, the the fast action memory of the browser that has already saved on the page of that website, all right, would just render to the user, all right. So the browser would not call up the server to render that particular page again, because the browser already has it saved on itself, all right. So that will reduce the workload on the server, and that would make the user see the web page faster. All right, so that's another thing that you want to do. All right, and there are many plugins that you can use for caching. For caching, we have WP Rockets. All right, that's a paid plugin. We have Auto Optimizer, that's a free plugin. W3 to Total Cache and Super Cache, and many of them like that. All right, we have Light Speed, so you can get any of these caching plugin and use them. You see improvement in the speed of your website. Another one that I'll discuss is that you are not using content delivery network. All right. When we say content delivery network is a network of servers, all right, across different locations. So what happens is that when a user wants to browse your website, if you are using a content delivery network, they are going to see the location of that user, and the website would render, all right, from the server that is closest to the location of the user. All right, so that's the job of CDN. So so that will reduce this, that will increase the speed at which the server renders the web page to the user's browser. All right, so using a content delivery network ensures that your user, and it ensures that you get to have a server to render your web page to your user in the closest location possible. All right, so you should always endeavor to use a CDN, and you can make use of Cloudflare. Is a free CDN that you can use, and is what I use. Of course, there's premium version also, and there are other premium version of CDN, all right, that you can use if you employ this. All right, even the CDN also employs caching. All right, also. So if you employ these three, then you should see some significant improvement in the speed of your website. Of course, there are many other reasons why your website can be slow, like when you have too many plugins, especially if you have plugins that are not being used. All right, just delete them. All right, if we have many plugins that have been deactivated. All right, rather than just let those plugins be um, take up resources, all right, that your server would have to spend when it wants to render your any web page. Just delete those plugins, all right, and the ZIP compression that can be done by other plugins also. All right, there are many other things that cause server or your website to be slow. Too many HTTP requests also. All right, but these three that I've just shared with you, um, ensure you take action on them, and you're going to see significant increase in the speed of your website. All right, so go ahead and do just that.